How's it going, everyone? My name is JJ, and today I'm going to be editing a picture of a cow I took in Dartmoor in England. It's in Devon, good old Dartmoor. And so yeah, I've got this nice little picture of a cow. I used a Sony A7R Mark II. It's a 42mm camera, full frame. It is at ISO 10,000, which you'll see here, with a very chunky amount of noise, as well as I used a lens with a lens adapter, so the ISO is at 4.6. The aperture is at 4.5, and the millimeter is at 300. So we are pretty zoomed in. I mean, the focus is okay, in fairness. The lens isn't great. I bought it for 20 quid at a car boot, but you know, overall, I think this is a nice picture, and we can definitely work with this. So let's get going. Basically, first and foremost, I want to change the temp to 16. I like 16. No, not 1. 16. That's what we like. Basically, my idea is I want to kind of have an orangey look behind him, or her. I don't actually know if this is a he or her. Sorry. I'm going to have a look at the tones and stuff afterwards. The vibrance. You probably think this makes no difference, but I like plus 20 on vibrance and minus 20 on saturation. Again, honestly, it could make no difference, but I feel like it does. Maybe it's just one of those things where you think it makes a difference and it actually doesn't. Who knows? So RGB line. I want to click on this little icon here so we can move all this stuff about, basically. Okay, so this top one here, I want to move down to about maybe this line here. I want to move this one up to here. So actually, I'm going to move them down a little bit further to like here. On the line, this one, I want to maintain this line, this dotted line going down. Again, about here, and then this last one get moved to there. I like this misty look. You'll see at the end. Go for red, and I want to go bonk, bonk, there, here, here like that. I'm gonna go to green. Pretty much do the same. And we're going to do the same for the blue as well. So we'll put a little thing there. This one down. That one there. And one about here. It's somewhat of a straight line. So already you can kind of get that warmth. You get, like, if you look here, we're getting that warmth. It's got this like misty shroud, which I kind of like. Okay, I think that is us done. Go unclick that, and now we've got the highlights, the lights, the darks, and the shadows. I can all have a look at later. I want to get all the colouring done first, so just like doing that. So we're going to have a look at the hue. If it's not set, it's probably going to be on saturation, so go over to hue. And I'm going to knock the orange probably to not too much, because I do want orange in there, but I want it to be a bit dark, so I'm going to say like 15 minus 16. That'll do. Yellow, don't really want any yellow in there, so I'm going to knock that down. Yeah, let's go minus 75. Let's make it, actually no, I like it like that, actually. Screw it. Okay, 76. Green can go. I don't want green at all. Green can go in the bin. Aqua, got anything aqua in here? No. So aqua can stay. Saturation next, boys. So we're looking at my reds, my oranges, yellows, and my greens. Really, I want to kind of have a look at it, because now this is kind of like a reddy colour, isn't it? Okay, so my red, I'm gonna stick that at like a minus number. In fact, actually, it's not too bad red. I'm actually going to leave red. Screw it. We'll have a look at orange. Orange as well is actually okay. Yellow? Yellow is where it's at though. So I knock the yellow up and I knock the orange. No. I'm going to just mess around with the yellows. aqua is fine, isn't it? And the blue is also fine. And then finally for luminance, I'm going to knock down the yellow. Actually, I kind of like the highlight, you know. Actually, no, I am going to knock it down. Sorry, I'm going to knock the yellow down. I'll go up the green a little bit. I want to see. Nah, see, up and blue don't actually really do anything. I wonder if I get like some little blue tones. Okay, I think that's like the colouring done, although there is still like a fair amount of green here. So I might actually get green and go. Okay. Next up, I'm gonna go over to detail. I always like doing noise reduction at about 20. Don't know why. It does help. So 20 for noise reduction. Effects. I'm also going to chuck a vignette on here at about -15, -14, I suppose we'll do. -14 there. And we're going to go over here to the highlights. Are we? Yes, here we go. Right, so I want it up the light. I want it darks. Like that. And the shadows. In fact, I'm going to up the shadows and lower the darks. Texture, let's have a look up here. Texture is a great one because there's no real texture on the cow itself. So it's not, in fact, having I like the hair to look smoother. So if I was to look up here, basically where there's a lot of noise, we drop the texture all the way down, for example, it pretty much clears it. But then obviously this thing looks a bit blurry now, so I'm actually gonna, if you go like this, then it's a bit too much, isn't it? It gives it detail, but then obviously, no, it's a no from me, basically. So I'm gonna look at like, let's say -50. I think -50 is a comfortable one. It's still nicely in focus. The background has lost a lot of noise. And it just looks nice. I think this also is looking healthy. I am going to up the clarity a little bit, so like maybe like 20, 19, 19.2. It increases a bit of noise, but then it does give that little bit of sharpness, I suppose. And the haze, I'm not really much of a haze person, but in fairness, I might do it to pop off the oranges a little bit. Let's give it like a +24. Okay. I'm going to up the contrast to maybe like 20. 20 is good. My shadows, my highlights, sorry, will probably leave because I'm not a fan of that. It's starting to get a bit noisy. My shadows, see, my shadows are good from wow, that was at 80. I'm like, oh yeah, I think that looks nice. And then I look at 80, I'm like, oh, do I really want 80 vibrance? Still a lot of green. Unless I embrace the green. okay. That actually is something a little bit different there. It kind of gives it that, instead of it, you can probably look at it and think of dead leaves, like that autumny dead kind of leaf look. Okay, apart from that though, I think we're looking pretty good there, you know? Should we have a look at the before and after? Not too bad, right? What do you think? I quite like that. I'm really liking that. There's sharpness, but there's noise. So you get rid of the noise, and obviously you sacrifice a bit of sharpness. But then ultimately, I'm liking that. Look at you compare the noise there and the colours. I think it does look. I think, but when you look at it from this point of view, there is definitive like sharpness here. But I don't think that takes away from the photo because of the type of thing that it is. Like this, like it does look very like. It looks like that cow's been like shampooed and conditioned that morning, doesn't it? Really. I don't know. I think that looks nice. My only little queries is these leaves here. If anything, all I've done is increase. No, I think that looks good. I'm gonna leave it there, to be honest with you. I think that looks good. Yeah, if there's anything you would improve, let me know. I'd love to learn some different things that you would do as well. Like any tips you have, maybe I can make the vignette actually a bit better. Thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to subscribe for travel and photography videos. They're two big passions, I suppose you call it, mine. And yeah, drop a like and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye!